Good morning. Today we have to identify useless zeros in a decimal number. In decimal part, if the number ends with 0, so these zeros are useless. For example, 3.690, the decimal part ends with a 0, so this 0 is useless and this number is equal to 3.69. So 3.690 is equal to 3.69 since the 0 is at the end and it has no value. In the number 0.30, the decimal part also ends with a 0. So this 0 is useless and 0.30 is equal to 0.3. In the number 2.500, the decimal part ends with two zeros and these two zeros are useless and 2.500 is equal to 2.5. Now the number 2.006, the decimal part does not end with a 0. It ends with the number 6, so we cannot cross out any 0. Now, if we look at the zeros in the whole part, if the whole part starts or begin with a 0, we can cross this 0 out because it has no value, and 050.2 is equal to 50.2. 207.003. If we look at the whole part starts with 2 or begins with 2. It has no 0, so we cannot cross any 0 in the whole part. And if we look at the decimal part does not end with a 0. It ends with the number 3, so we can't cross out any zeros. In the number 0060.1, in the whole part we have two zeros at the beginning, so we can cross these two zeros since the number starts with zeros, and 0060.1 is equal to 60.1. Now 040. It starts with a 0 from the left, so this 0 is useless and the number is equal to 40. Now let us consider this number 070.050. If we look at the whole part starts with a 0, so this 0 has no value. And when we look at the decimal part ends also with a 0, and this 0 is useless, we can cross it out also. So the number is equal to 70.05.